Hello students, today we are going to see a new chapter, wave optics, which is the continuation of previous chapter, ray optics. In previous chapter, we studied by consider that light is a ray, which means light travels in a straight line. With that consideration, we explained about reflection, refraction, okay. Then we discussed about ray diagrams of lens and ray diagrams of mirror, convex lens, concave lens. So all these topics are under ray optics, where we consider that light is a ray, which means which moves in a straight line, which follows rectilinear motion. In wave optics, we consider light is a wave. With that consideration, we can able to explain three different topics, that is interference of light, diffraction and polarization. So unless we consider light is a wave, we cannot able to explain these three topics. Okay, so what is light? Light is a dual nature, which means which have both wave property as well as particle. In some cases it acts as a particle, in some cases it acts as a wave. In previous chapter we consider light is a particle. Light moves in a straight line. But here we consider light as a wave particle. Okay, light moves in different path, different motion with respect to the source. Clear? In 1675, Newton explained some theory that is known as corpuscle theory. Based on this theory, he proposed that every light source emits tiny particles called corpuscles. So we see light coming from the light source, a bulb, but that light consists of many small particles that is known as corpuscles. Okay, so the nature of corpuscles is which is elastic, rigid and massless. Then corpuscles travels in a straight line. It travels in a straight line. It moves with different speed in different medium, which is very obvious. When light travels through rarer medium, it moves faster. But when light travels through denser medium, it moves slower. Okay, so corpuscles also move with different speed in different medium. Then third point, different color of light have different shapes and size of corpuscles. So we know 7 color we have UGR. So violet color have some shape of corpuscles in some size, red color have some shape and with a different size. So like that, different color of corpuscles have different color of light have different types of corpuscles in size and shapes. Okay, so in this topic we explained that rectilinear motion with with ray property. Okay, rectilinear motion, then reflection and refraction. We cannot explain another three quantity, that is interference of light, diffraction, then polarization. So with the ray optics we can able to only explain this. We cannot able to explain this with ray optics, but with wave optics we can also able to explain by taking light as a wave, and we can also explain this with wave optics when we consider light as a wave. Okay, so Huygens is a scientist who proposed some theory of light by using wave optics. In 1678 he said light is a mechanical wave. Okay, which means so this wave requires some medium. But we can see we have a sun on earth here. So light comes from sun in vacuum, correct? It seems like light comes from sun in vacuum. But we have one different theory that is known as ethers theory, which says that a very dilute highly elastic medium called ethers is spread everywhere, which means from sun to earth or in the whole universe, we said it is vacuum, but actually a very dilute highly elastic medium, that medium known as ethers, is present everywhere in the universe. So from sun to earth we have ether. With the help of that ether medium, our light travels from sun to earth. Okay, with the help of that ether medium. In which speed? We have a unique equation for velocity. V equal to elasticity divided by density. So it is very dilute. Dilute means very less concentration. Okay, very dilute solution, a dilute medium which has less density, very less density, and highly elastic medium. Okay, it have more elasticity. E means elasticity. Then obviously our V value will be very much more. So light can able to travel very much faster in the universe because of these two reasons. With a speed of 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Okay. So next is Huygens principle, very important. In Huygens principle, the first point is wavefront. So wavefront is a locus of all points of a medium which are vibrating in same phase. I think same phase, yeah. Which are vibrating in same phase. So what is phase? We know the formula y equal to a sine omega t plus kx. Here omega t plus kx is known as phase. So it is a phase or it is a wave front where it exists all the points which are vibrating with the same phase. Okay, for example, we have a source here. Okay, draw this under here. We have a source, a point source. This point source produce waves in all random directions. Okay, it produce wave in all random directions. We take some common distance in every side and take that distance as x. At t equal to some time. For example, I take at t equal to t1. So at t equal to t1, light wave from this point source cross x amount of distance in all the side. Okay, same distance at t equal to t1 time. For example, I can take 2 seconds, it cross 1 meter. Okay, in all side it cross 1 meter for 2 seconds. Then what is phase of this point? I name this point as A. Then phase of this point is, see here, this is phase omega t plus kx. So for point A, we have the phase omega t1 plus kx distance. Okay, if I take this point as B, for B, what is the phase? Omega same time t1 plus k same distance x. If I take this point C, D, E, F, G, H, for all the point up to H, we have the same value, that is omega t1 plus kx, because it crossed the same distance with the same time. Correct? So this is known as same phase. Now this phase, if we join this, I get somewhat a circle, a sphere. So this sphere known as phase. In that phase, all the particles located in the same plane, which are also vibrating with the same phase, okay, in same plane. Clear? The next point, direction of propagation of wave is always perpendicular to wavefront. So we have a point source which produce spherical wave, which produces a sphere shape of wave, and the propagation of this wave from this point source, its direction, okay, is always perpendicular to wavefront. Wavefront means this is wavefront, okay, this is wavefront, this is another wavefront. Propagation means it is propagating like this, okay, so likewise it is propagating. So this direction of wavefront is perpendicular to the propagation of wave, okay. So here it is perpendicular, here also perpendicular. So likewise direction of propagation of wave is always perpendicular to that one particular wavefront. Then types of wavefront. So when we have point source of light, then we have spherical wave. Spherical wavefront, or we can say wavelets, okay, as we see in previous example, if we have source at infinity, of parallel rays, then we have this type of rays. We have source at infinity which produce parallel rays. So when we connect this, we have a cylindrical shape, I mean a rectangle shape. Okay, so we have a rectangle shape wavelet, or we can say plane wave. So this source produce plane wavefront. And the third one, linear source. We have a linear source. So wave is moving in both directions. Then we have this type of wave. A cylindrical type, a cylindrical shape. So linear source produce cylindrical wavefront. So these are basic three shapes of wavefront from three different sources. So this is third point. Then fourth point, next point very important, every point on a wavefront, okay, first we draw a point source, then we draw a wavefront, okay, which produces spherical wave. Okay, so this is our point source which produce spherical wave. Every point on a wavefront, so this is wavefront or wavelets, every point on a wave source. So we consider various points on this wavefront acts as a source of secondary source, or we can say acts as a source of secondary wave which emits their own wavelets. So this point acts as a secondary source, this point acts as a secondary source. So this secondary source produces its own wave, that wave is known as secondary wave. Okay, this is primary source, primary wave, secondary source, secondary wave. Then this wave have many points which produce another wave, correct, third wave, fourth wave. So likewise all the points in the wave act as a source. then it starts to produce its own wave. Okay, so this is our source, secondary source, which produce some secondary wave, and here also it produce some secondary wave. So likewise all the points produce its own secondary spherical wave. Okay, so these secondary wavelets spread in all directions with the speed of wave. With the speed of which wave? With the speed of primary wave. If primary wave travels with the speed of 3 into 10 power 8, then secondary wave also travels with the speed of 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Clear? In the last point, the common tangent on a secondary wavelets in forward direction give new wave front. After t equal to tau, we have to draw a new wave front. So we have a source which produces spherical wave. So I can take this source, produce spherical wave like this. So this wave have many locus points. So after time t, the distance will increase, distance between 2 points will increase because it becomes a big circle. Then after that again it becomes a big circle, so the distance will further increase. So we can say distance or velocity of this wavefront is distance upon time. Then distance is v upon time tau, after certain time tau. So now this wavelet after certain time it travels somewhat here. So this wavelet produce its own wave. This point produce its own wave, own wavelets. This points produce its own wavelets. Okay, after time t, the total distance taken as v tau. So this total distance v tau. The common tangent on secondary wavelets. So this is secondary wavelets, this is primary wavelets. The common tangents on secondary wavelets in the forward directions. So if I draw a common tangent on secondary wave in forward direction gives new wavefront. So now it will behave as a new wavefront. Okay, this is our old wavefront, or we can say primary wavefront. So after the secondary wave, we draw a tangent which gives new wavefront. Wavefront means a plane which contains many waves. Okay, so this is a plane which contains 3 waves. So after time tau, if we draw a tangent on all the 3 waves, we get a new wavefront. Clear? So this is all about today's topic, just introduction of wave optics. Then next class we will see reflection, refraction by using wave theory. Okay, thank you.